Hello everyone, welcome to biscsolutions.com. My name is Sumit and I'm VP CRM Solutions with BISP. In this video, we will be going to see that how can we set up Salesforce REST API integration by using Java. I used to get couple of requirements from our clients that they would like to integrate their Salesforce with Java by using REST API integration. So I have configured same for my clients, and also I decided that I should share the same model, same learning with all of you as well. Therefore, by using this video, I'm going to demonstrate you how to configure that. To set up REST API integration using Java, you will need the couple of things which you need to configure. First of all, you need to have a Salesforce Enterprise Edition or above, or maybe you can have a Salesforce Developer Edition. You need to have a Java for that and an Eclipse IDE interface. So he will be using Eclipse, Java Eclipse for integration purpose. So as you can see, I have already registered into Salesforce and that's my account which I would be using. So this I have already done. This is our first requirement. Second requirement is for Eclipse. So my Eclipse is also ready. My Eclipse is also ready. So you can see the Eclipse is here. So I have already installed Eclipse on my desktop on my machine. So before we actually start setting up the REST environment in Java, we need to configure a couple of things. So the first thing is we would be requiring the Apache HTTP client. So this is the URL to download HTTP client, https://org/downloads.cgi, and from this link you need to download the most updated version. So I will download 4.5.3 tar.zz, and I will download and store within a folder. So I've already downloaded it and stored within a folder named as REST API. In this REST API, that's the HTTP component client 4.5.3, and I have successfully unzipped it. So this, after unzipped, it will create a folder, and in this folder we will have a set of libraries which we are going to use in our Eclipse. This is the first requirement. Second requirement is we need to download the JSON framework, and for download JSON framework we'll be using this link, mvnrepository.com/artifacts/org.json/json, and from here I will download the most updated version, that is 2017-5.16. So this also I have already downloaded and stored as a JSON 2017-2015. This is an executable jar file, so I'm not going to unzip it. I will be including directly this into my Eclipse. The third requirement is we need to create one connected app. And connected app, basically once we create a connected app, we will be using the OAuth, and we'll be getting client ID and client secret. To know more about connected app and how to create connected app, you can visit my previous video in which I have demonstrated that how can we create connected apps for integration purpose. So let me show you my connected app. So my connected app is here. So this is my connected apps within apps, and the name of my connected app is test REST API. And we would be requiring two important things. First of all, the consumer key and the consumer secret. So this is my consumer key and that's my consumer secret. So that's my consumer key. So I just copy paste this consumer key and save it. Just make sure that if you reset your token or if you reset your password, you need to refresh your consumer key and consumer secret. So that's my consumer key, and that's my key, and that's my consumer secret. So after we successfully extracted consumer key and consumer secret, now it's time to set up the REST environment in Java. And for doing this, we'll be using Eclipse. So I have already installed Eclipse on my desktop environment. So I just launch this Eclipse. Okay. So make sure that here you will be getting Java. It means we would be creating a Java project. So the very first thing is we will be going to create a new Java project. So I click on File, New Java Project. And in this video, we will be going to see that how can we successfully build a connection between Salesforce with the help of Java environment by using REST API. In my upcoming video, we'll be going to see that how can we perform DML operations. So I'll use the default location. I'll go with the use default GRE currently, and it is necessary that you should have a Java installed on a system, and so make sure that you select the correct version of Java and click on. We need to provide the project name. So I provide project name Salesforce REST API and click on finish. So the project is ready. Now the next step we are going to do is we need to add the libraries. We need to add the libraries for HTTP components and for JSON. We need to refer this. So I right click on the project, properties, click on project, click on Java build path, and in Java build path, I choose libraries. In libraries, click on add external jar files. So the first jar file from HTTP component lib, and the files which we will be requiring, the files are the files which we require to add. So I'll select HTTP core, HTTP client 4.5.3, and common login and common codec. Click on open. One more time we click on add external jar file, and this time we would be referring it to JSON. So JSON jar file. Click on OK. Next, we need to create a Java code. So for doing that, I expand this src and I create a new folder. So first I create a new folder, and the name of that folder will be, I'll just give this name as Salesforce underscore REST. So I give this name as Salesforce underscore REST. That's the name of the folder. Click on finish. Right click on folder, new, and then we are going to create new Java class, and the name of that Java class is, I'll give name as main. It's a public type, and I'll go with the default options. Click on finish. So you see the main class is ready. Now we are going to write the code to build a connectivity between, to integrate Salesforce by using Java. And for doing that, I already have a pre-existing code, so I'll just use that code. So first I include couple of libraries, and these are the libraries I will be using: java.io.exception, HTTP client, HTTP post, HTTP client, client builder, response, status, JSON object, JSON tokener, and JSON exception for exception handling. And in main function, that's the code. So in this code, the first thing is we create couple of variables like username, password, login URL, grant service, client ID, and client secret. That's my username, that's my password, and all of you know that because we are trying to access the Salesforce data out of Salesforce, so security token is required. So the password is along with security token, so we have proper My password is my password plus security token. That's the login URL. Grant service client ID. That's the client ID which we copied. So I just copied this client ID again. Paste my client ID. We can just go and verify again whether client ID is correct or not. So that's the client ID, and I just copy the client ID here. I just copy the client ID and my client secret. So it's 7199 and it's 49. Fine. Then we have a main function, public static void main function. In this, we define HTTP client builder.create.build, and we create a new variable as login URL. It's of a string type, and in this string, we just concatenate all the variables we created: login URL with grant service, client ID, client secret, username and password. This we have already configured in our in our previous video. So in my previous video we have already defined this directly. We directly pass this URL in Google Chrome REST API tool. So this is just to print, just to figure it out whether the URL is correct or not. Then we set HTTP post and HTTP response, and here this particular code will verify whether it is successfully logged in or not. So if it is successfully logged in, it will display a message that is successfully logged in. What will be the instant URL, and what's the access token and session ID, and it will display the login access token. First of all, I just save all my work and right click on main Java and run as Java application. So I right click on main.java, run as Java application. We'll get this save and launch. So from here select main.java. Okay. And once the process is completed, once the process is finished, we'll see one confirmation message. It says successful login. Instance URL is this, and that's the access token ID. So this is how we can successfully connect Salesforce with Java by using REST API. So this is the first part of our task. This is the first video in the series. In next uh, upcoming video, I will be going to demonstrate you. I will be going to tell you that how can we perform DML operations from Eclipse by using REST API. So that's all in this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Don't or press like. If you have any comments, you can post your comments. If you have any requirements for training as well as for consulting services, feel free to connect us. We would be happy to serve you. Keep watching. Have a nice day.